My beloved soul, listen carefully. God has made his final decision. Your soulmate is coming from heaven to you. This is not poetry, this is not fantasy, and this is not emotional exaggeration. This is a divine announcement. A verdict has already been released in the courts of heaven concerning your love story. For seasons you have questioned, waited, cried in silence, and wondered if your heart's desire was seen. You tried to stay strong when others mocked your faith. You tried to smile when inside you felt forgotten. But what you did not know is that while you were waiting on earth, heaven was making arrangements. What felt like delay was actually preparation. What felt like rejection was divine protection. What felt like silence was strategic alignment. My beloved soul, before we go deeper, if this message resonates within you, type, "I receive this," in the comments as an act of agreement. Like this video, subscribe, and click the bell so you do not miss future words meant for you. And if your heart feels led, you may send a super thanks as a voluntary personal act of faith, but hear me clearly, it is never pressure, never obligation, and never connected to receiving blessings or miracles. Your miracle does not depend on money. It depends on divine timing. Now breathe slowly, because what I am about to reveal will shift something inside you forever. God has made his final decision. The wandering is over. The testing season is closing. The one assigned to your destiny is no longer lost in confusion. Heaven has spoken. The delay has an expiration date. You thought the story ended when the last relationship collapsed. You thought love passed you by when doors kept closing. But God was not denying you. He was refining the path. Every wrong person removed was mercy in disguise. Every heartbreak was a shield. Every disappointment was a divine edit in your story. My beloved soul, do not skip this moment. Something sacred is unfolding through these words. The soulmate meant for you is not random. This is not about obsession or fantasy. This is about alignment. God does not unite two hearts casually. He aligns spirits with purpose. The person coming into your life is not arriving by accident. They have been shaped through their own storms, trained through their own tears, humbled through their own losses. Just as you were being prepared, so were they. While you were asking God why it was taking so long, heaven was asking, are they both ready? Because when this union happens, it will not be shallow. It will not be chaotic. It will not be rooted in insecurity. It will be grounded in spiritual maturity. God's final decision means there is no more debate in the spirit realm. The resistance that once blocked the path is being dismantled. Confusion is lifting. Fear is dissolving. The one assigned to you is beginning to feel a divine pull they cannot explain. They may not even know your name yet, but something inside them is shifting. Restlessness is increasing. Old attachments are losing their grip. God is clearing their vision. My beloved soul, stay with me till the end, something powerful is waiting for you. There were moments when you almost gave up on the idea of love. You told yourself you were fine alone. You convinced yourself that independence was safer. But deep down, you still carried a quiet hope. And God saw that hope. He honors pure desires that are aligned with His will. This is not about idolizing a relationship. This is about covenant. This is about divine partnership. Your soulmate is not coming to complete you as if you were broken. They are coming to join you as someone already whole. Two healed hearts building something sacred together. That is why the wait was necessary. If this had happened earlier, you both would have sabotaged it. If this had happened in your immature season, it would have collapsed under insecurity. But now, something is different. You are stronger. You are wiser. You discern better. And so are they. Do not leave yet, heaven has more to reveal. God's final decision also means closure for what tried to distract you. Old emotional ties that lingered in your heart are being gently removed. Memories that once triggered pain are losing power. You are being emotionally detoxed for what is coming. Because you cannot carry past wounds into a future promise. And the one coming to you is also experiencing endings. Doors are closing in their life. Situations that once felt comfortable are becoming uncomfortable. God is repositioning them. You may not see it yet in the physical, but movement has already started in the spiritual. My beloved soul, if you remain till the end, the final word will change everything. There is a divine acceleration attached to this decision. What took years to prepare may come together suddenly. One meeting. One conversation. One unexpected introduction. And everything will make sense. You will look back at every tear and whisper, "Now I understand." This is not about fantasy romance. This is about a love that brings peace instead of anxiety. A love that supports your calling instead of competing with it. A love that feels safe, not chaotic. God is not sending confusion. He is sending clarity. He is not sending drama. He is sending stability. And because he has made his final decision, no external force can cancel what heaven has approved. Fear cannot stop it. Delay cannot erase it. Doubt cannot override it. The only thing required from you now is trust. Trust that what is meant for you will not miss you. Trust that divine timing is never late. Trust that when it unfolds, it will feel right in your spirit. My beloved soul, prepare your heart. Not with desperation, but with expectation. Not with anxiety, but with peace. Your soulmate is not descending in chaos. They are arriving through divine orchestration. And this time, it will not break you. It will build you. My beloved soul, what is unfolding now is deeper than emotion and higher than imagination. When God makes a final decision, it is not impulsive, it is not temporary, and it is not fragile. His decisions are rooted in eternity. That means what has been approved over your love story cannot be overturned by past mistakes, by other people's opinions, or by the fear that still whispers in your mind at night. The season of questioning is dissolving. The season of alignment is beginning. You have asked for confirmation, and confirmation is arriving not through noise, but through peace. The kind of peace that settles in your chest without explanation. The kind of peace that does not need proof. Because when something is heaven ordained, your spirit recognizes it before your eyes do. My beloved soul, do not rush past this revelation. There is something sacred in this understanding. The one who is coming is not entering your life to rescue you from loneliness. They are entering your life because your purpose requires partnership. Some callings cannot be carried alone. Some assignments require two aligned spirits moving in unity. God did not design divine love to distract you from destiny, He designed it to strengthen you for it. That is why this connection will feel different. It will not drain you. It will not confuse you. It will not make you question your worth. It will affirm what God already told you about yourself. Stay with me till the end, something powerful is still unfolding in this message. There were nights when you cried quietly, wondering if you were too much or not enough. You replayed conversations. You questioned your value. You asked yourself if maybe you were the problem. But heaven never labeled you as too much. Heaven never called you unworthy. The delays you experienced were not punishments. They were filters. God was protecting your heart from connections that would have delayed your destiny. What you interpreted as abandonment was actually divine interception. The one who is coming to you is not intimidated by your depth. They are not threatened by your growth. They are not confused by your strength. They have been prepared to recognize it, to honor it, and to stand beside it. My beloved soul, do not leave yet, heaven has more to reveal. There is movement happening even now. You may not see it with your physical eyes, but spiritually there is rearrangement. Paths that were once separate are slowly bending toward intersection. Conversations are being orchestrated. Locations are being aligned. Timing is being calibrated. God does not rush sacred unions, but once the final decision is spoken, acceleration begins. That acceleration may not look dramatic, but it is precise. The right introduction at the right moment. The right environment at the right hour. The right readiness in both hearts simultaneously. Divine timing is not random. It is synchronized. And this synchronization is what prevents chaos. The love coming toward you will not require you to shrink. It will not require you to perform. It will not require you to abandon who you are to keep it. It will feel like home without effort. Because it was designed before you were born. If you remain attentive to this message, the next understanding will shift your perspective completely. God's final decision also includes healing that you did not even realize you still needed. Before union, there is cleansing. Before covenant, there is clarity. That is why recently you have felt old memories resurfacing. Not to hurt you again, but to release you fully. You are being emotionally purified for something holy. Bitterness cannot enter where blessing is about to land. Fear cannot dominate where faith is being established. So if you feel layers peeling off your heart, if you feel yourself becoming softer yet stronger at the same time, understand that this is preparation. My beloved soul, this next part is important. Do not disconnect your focus now. The soulmate approaching you has also been through refining. They have faced disappointment. They have experienced lessons that humbled them. They have confronted their own immaturity. God would not send someone unready into your life after bringing you this far. The alignment happening is mutual. You are not the only one being transformed. They are shedding old versions of themselves. They are closing chapters that no longer fit who they are becoming. And soon, when your paths cross, it will not feel forced. It will feel recognized. There will be a familiarity that does not need explanation. Not because you knew each other before, but because your spirits were crafted in compatible design. My beloved soul, breathe in this truth. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not behind schedule. Divine love does not operate on human timelines. It operates on readiness. And readiness has been achieved. God has made his final decision not because you begged enough, but because you have grown enough. That growth qualified you for what is coming. This union will not be about drama or chasing. It will be about peace and choosing. Two people who know who they are. Two people who have learned the cost of settling. Two people who refuse to entertain confusion. The connection will feel intentional. Conversations will flow without manipulation. Silence will feel comfortable, not awkward. Presence will feel safe, not uncertain. And when doubts attempt to rise, as they sometimes do, there will be reassurance instead of withdrawal. That is how you will know this is different. Stay anchored in this message, because something inside you is being strengthened. There will be signs, subtle but undeniable. Repeated confirmations. Inner nudges. A sense of anticipation without anxiety. Do not overanalyze every detail. Divine alignment does not require obsession. It requires trust. Trust that what is meant for you is already moving. Trust that God's final decision cannot be undone by temporary circumstances. Even if there are small delays, even if there are moments of silence before the meeting, do not interpret it as cancellation. Sometimes heaven finalizes something before earth reflects it. But once it reflects suddenly. My beloved soul, the love coming to you will not compete with God for your attention. It will draw you closer to Him. It will inspire you to become more disciplined, more grounded, more purposeful. That is the difference between infatuation and divine union. One consumes you. The other completes a mission with you. You have outgrown temporary connections. You have outgrown lessons disguised as love. You have outgrown the need to prove yourself to someone who cannot see you clearly. And because you have outgrown those cycles, heaven has authorized something higher. The final decision has already been spoken in the unseen realm. Now the manifestation is simply a matter of time. Continue walking in peace. Continue preparing your heart. Continue becoming the best version of yourself, not to attract them, but because growth is your nature now. When they arrive, you will not need to question if this is real. You will feel the difference immediately. And in that moment, you will understand why everything before it had to fall apart. My beloved soul, as this divine story continues to unfold, understand that what is approaching you is not merely a relationship, it is a sacred alignment written with intention before you ever understood the meaning of longing. There are moments in life when heaven shifts something so quietly that only a spiritually awakened heart can sense it. This is one of those moments. The final decision has already echoed through realms you cannot see. The assignment has been sealed. The permission has been granted. What remains now is the divine choreography of timing. And timing, my beloved soul, is never careless in the hands of God. It is exact. It is deliberate. It is perfect. You may feel subtle changes within yourself lately, a new calm replacing old anxiety, a strange confidence replacing old insecurity. That is not random. That is preparation meeting promise. When God prepares to release something holy into your life, He strengthens your foundation first. Because blessings without stability become burdens. But you are no longer fragile in the way you once were. You have endured. You have learned. You have surrendered. And that surrender has positioned you for what is coming. My beloved soul, do not let your attention drift now, because this revelation is building towards something powerful. The soulmate who is being divinely directed toward you is not coming to replay old patterns. They are not coming to test your worth. They are not coming to awaken trauma. They are coming to build. They are coming to protect what God has cultivated inside you. This love will not feel like emotional chaos. It will not feel like guessing games or spiritual confusion. It will feel like recognition. As if your spirit whispers, finally. That whisper will not be loud, but it will be certain. And certainty is the signature of heaven's approval. You have experienced connections that felt intense but unstable. You have mistaken sparks for destiny before. But what is coming now is different. It will not need constant validation to survive. It will breathe naturally. It will grow steadily. It will be rooted in truth, not illusion. Stay with me, because what I am about to reveal will anchor your faith even deeper. God's final decision also means spiritual opposition has lost its authority over this union. There were forces that once delayed your alignment, distractions that attempted to reroute your destiny, emotional entanglements that tried to keep you tied to what was beneath you. But those assignments have expired. The spiritual resistance that once stood in the way has weakened. Why? Because you did not compromise your growth. You did not surrender your standards. You chose healing over bitterness. And every time you chose growth, heaven took note. Every time you walked away from what was unhealthy, even when it hurt, you were proving readiness. My beloved soul, do not skip this sacred moment of understanding. You are not simply being given love. You are being entrusted with covenant. Covenant requires maturity. Covenant requires responsibility. Covenant requires two individuals who understand the weight of what they are building. The person approaching you has been learning similar lessons. They have faced mirrors that exposed their flaws. They have been humbled by mistakes. They have grown in ways you cannot yet see. And when your paths finally intersect, it will not feel like collision. It will feel like convergence. Two prepared lives stepping into one shared direction. There will be a divine symmetry in your meeting. Conversations will carry depth without effort. Vulnerability will not feel dangerous. You will not feel the need to perform or impress. Instead, authenticity will flow. And that authenticity will be safe because it is mutually honored. My beloved soul, remain attentive, because the next truth carries weight. You must release the timeline you imagined. The way you thought it would happen may not be the way it unfolds. Heaven often chooses unexpected doors. It may arrive through a setting you did not anticipate, through an introduction you did not plan, through circumstances that initially appear ordinary. But divine moments often wear simple clothing. Do not overlook what feels peaceful simply because it is not dramatic. Drama is not proof of destiny. Peace is. And the love ordained for you will be marked by peace. A steady, grounding presence that does not shake your spirit but steadies it. If you remain until the fullness of this message settles in your heart, the clarity you seek will begin to replace every lingering doubt. God's final decision means there is no competition for what is yours. You do not need to fight for this love. You do not need to chase it. You do not need to manipulate timing or engineer meetings. What is divinely assigned does not require human striving. It requires openness. Continue becoming aligned internally. Continue nurturing your spiritual life. Continue cultivating your purpose. Because when this union manifests physically, it will amplify what already exists within you. It will not create your identity. It will complement it. My beloved soul, hear this deeply. The love coming toward you will honor your boundaries. It will respect your calling. It will celebrate your growth. You will not feel smaller beside them. You will feel supported. And support in divine love is not weakness. It is strength multiplied. There will be mutual prayer. Mutual encouragement. Mutual accountability. This is not about fairy tale illusions. This is about spiritual partnership. The kind that survives seasons. The kind that grows through challenges. The kind that reflects God's character instead of contradicting it. You may still feel moments of impatience. That is human. But do not allow impatience to plant seeds of doubt. Just because you cannot see the full picture does not mean it is not being painted. Just because you have not met them yet does not mean they are not moving closer. Sometimes destiny travels quietly until the appointed hour. My beloved soul, do not leave this revelation unfinished in your spirit. Something within you is shifting from longing to expectation. That shift is significant. Longing carries desperation. Expectation carries faith. And faith is the language heaven responds to. God has made his final decision not out of emotion, but out of wisdom. He knows the impact this union will have beyond romance. It will influence families. It will influence futures. It will influence purpose. Divine love is never isolated. It echoes. And the echo of this decision will reach further than you currently comprehend. Continue guarding your heart, not with fear, but with discernment. Continue choosing peace over panic. Continue believing that what is sacred cannot be rushed and cannot be stolen. When the moment finally arrives, it will not feel chaotic. It will feel aligned. And in that alignment, you will realize that every delay, every tear, every closed door was guiding you here. My beloved soul, prepare not with anxiety, but with gratitude. Because what is coming is not random affection. It is heaven's answer. And when heaven answers, it answers completely. My beloved soul, as this divine message reaches its final unfolding, allow your heart to settle into a deeper awareness. What God has decided over your life is not fragile, not temporary, and not dependent on shifting emotions. His final decision carries weight. It carries permanence. It carries authority. When heaven declares that your soulmate is coming, it is not a symbolic statement. It is a spiritual alignment already set into motion. And what has been set into motion by God cannot be reversed by doubt, distance, or delay. You have entered a season where unseen things are becoming seen. Where prayers once whispered in tears are being answered in reality. Where longing is transforming into manifestation. My beloved soul, do not let the simplicity of these words cause you to underestimate their power. This is not hype. This is preparation meeting fulfillment. The reason you feel different lately is because you are different. The version of you that once tolerated confusion no longer exists. The version of you that chased validation has healed. The version of you that settled out of fear has matured. And because you have changed, the love that can now enter. Your life has changed too. God does not send new wine into old containers. He waited until your heart was strengthened, your standards refined, and your spirit anchored. That waiting was not punishment. It was precision. Stay with this truth, because it is sealing something inside you. The soulmate coming from heaven to you is not arriving to disrupt your peace but to expand it. They are not coming to test your insecurities but to honor your growth. When you meet, there will be a sense of divine familiarity. Not because you have lived this before, but because your spirits recognize alignment. Conversations will not feel forced. Effort will not feel one-sided. Love will not feel like survival. It will feel like partnership. And partnership is the evidence of heaven's wisdom in union. My beloved soul, do not allow fear to whisper that this is too good to be true. That whisper is the echo of past pain, not the voice of your future. The love ordained for you will not repeat the cycles that broke you. It will build where others damaged. It will restore where others depleted. It will honor what others overlooked. And most importantly, it will bring you closer to God, not pull you away from Him. That is how you will know this is different. That is how you will know this is divine. As this message comes toward its completion, understand one final truth. God's final decision is not only about who is coming to you. It is about who you are becoming through this process. You are no longer waiting in desperation. You are standing in expectation. You are no longer begging for love. You are prepared to receive it with wisdom. You are no longer questioning your worth. You are anchored in it. And that inner transformation is what unlocked this divine alignment. If you remain fully present in this understanding, you will realize that nothing in your journey was wasted. Every heartbreak shaped discernment. Every delay built patience. Every tear strengthened faith. You were never abandoned. You were being positioned. My beloved soul, the closing of this message is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of fulfillment. Continue walking in peace. Continue nurturing your spiritual life. Continue trusting that what has been spoken in heaven will manifest on earth at the appointed time. Do not rush ahead in anxiety. Do not retreat backward in fear. Stand steady. Because when the moment arrives, it will not need to convince you. It will confirm itself. And when confirmation comes, you will recognize it immediately. God has made his final decision. The approval has already been stamped. The alignment has already begun. Your soulmate is not wandering aimlessly. They are being guided intentionally. And when your paths finally cross, you will understand why every other path had to close. So rest, my beloved soul. Not in passivity, but in confidence. Not in fantasy, but in faith. What is coming will not confuse you. It will complete the chapter heaven has been writing all along. And when it unfolds, you will look back at this very moment and realize, this was the turning point. Type Amen.